Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another awesome episode of Whip Finish Wednesday, coming at you live from East Tennessee. While we're getting started, waiting on everyone to hop on, I would love to encourage everyone to hit the notification button because we will not be going live on a regular scheduled program for the next 3 weeks or so because we're going to be in Alaska. And but I will be going live, just not like at a regular thing. So it'd be cool if you all got a notification that we were live. And good grief, now I start talking, and Misha, the dog, has decided that she wants to come in. But hit that notification button, and that way you can see when we do go live. And if you all have any questions or anything you want to see while we're in Alaska or while I'm in Alaska with John Christopher, please let me know. Send us a note on Instagram or via email at demuthflyfishing@gmail.com. And it is, as always, wonderful to hear from you guys. So, Katie and I have got a fun night planned for everyone. Misha, what is the problem over there?
She's left out.
You ever had a dog that just feels so left out? She's like, good grief, she's probably going to knock something over. Steve just ordered stuff from Kelly today. They have a good sale on Hackle. Double B. There she is. She's like, what the? Did you feel left out? I know we were late because Mom was cutting my hair. I got a little haircut. Actually, she cut off about 8 inches just now, getting ready for the big trip. Hey, Barry.
You can still put it in a ponytail, don't worry.
Oh yeah, we'll still do that. She likes this.
It looks like you have just had your haircut too. It's kind of like floaty.
Just floaty. Misha, you're gonna be okay for a little bit. You take care of this, hold the place down. So tonight we're going to be tying a couple green drake variations. I went fishing up in Virginia. I can't remember, Saturday or Sunday, and I stopped off at the Virginia Creeper Fly Shop and met a guy whose name is John that works at the shop, and he was saying there might be some green drakes that pop off. So, and I was like, well, we'll have one of those. So I always try to buy something when I go into a fly shop. So I bought a couple of his green drakes, and I used it as my hopper for my hopper dropper. Misha, please don't be running through here. And actually got bit a few times with the flowing locks. That's right. It's not quite as flowing as it was. It was like down to here.
It's so much healthier, and it's just better now. And like it has it's the ends are kind of thinned out too, so they won't be so choppy.
Yeah. Well, we hope.
Truman, hello.
So what's up, Truman? So it was kind of neat that he suggested we throw a green drake in Virginia. And then shortly thereafter, our Alaska buddy said, why don't you bring up some green drakes? So I was like, well, heck, may as well tie some on the show. So here is the one that I got from the fly shop this weekend. We'll switch over to the vise here. And you can see what I had to work with as far as my thing. Katie, there we go. Perfect.
You have to be patient. I tried to talk to him about this before the show. I said, don't tell me to switch because it takes a second, and usually I've already hit the button.
That's right. Okay. Thank you, Katie. She takes very good care of me. That is for sure. It's a piece of equipment.
Oh.
What's a piece?
Skid steer.
What? Someone is at the door. Someone seriously is at the door. Anyway, as Katie goes to the door to see who it is, this is the fly that I bought at Virginia Creeper Fly Shop, and here it sounds like an Amazon package. Here's one of the ones that I tied, and this is more of a Western drake here. Western green drake, and let's find the other one. Here it is. I know, don't they know it's what fish Wednesday time? Here is the Eastern one. So very similar, just different color dubbing. Now, what do we get in the mail? Looks like all sorts of good things. Katie, is this Umpqua? Ooh, one more thing from Umpqua to open up. We might open that up in a little bit. There's always something. Um, my last order from for Alaska came. So anyway, the Eastern green drake with the more cream colored bottom. So I didn't really pay much attention to the one that I bought, but I did see that it had two separate pieces. It had the moose here, and this is actually turkey right here on the back. And I just used one piece of moose here and went all the way up the back here with the moose. And I think it worked out fine. Um, the bought one's a little bit thicker. I need to work on it, making this not quite as carrot shape and a little bit thicker in the rear, but we will tackle that as well. And I think I'm going to switch it to a yellow colored hackle, but we'll get going on the first.
And see, John gets things from Insta. I get stuff like this.
Toilet parts, yay.
But wait, there's more.
More toilet parts.
Wow.
Katie is opening. What is this, hon?
Those are freeze wrapped dishcloths.
Ooh, freeze wrapped dishcloths. Sergeant Patrick said not everyone's liking your flapper,
Wait,
honey.
there's more.
But wait.
This is what I get. I guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Oh, honey, you've got your thing on and looking so good. Okay. So I'm not going to open. Well, I might just give a quick look because I see what all we got.
Nice
Yes.
flapper. Thank you. Yes, it's. Don't worry, it's the right kind. Second try.
So
I can do a little bit of plumbing, for sure.
yes, you can. That is for sure. Good grief. So, tippet was my big thing that I wanted to get. So I ordered a bunch of saltwater tippet, but the new pink big game fluoro should be good for those big between 10 and 20 pounds. The look at this one is perfect. It's kind of keeps the waders on and deeper. Yeah. And John Christopher wanted a new Lucky fishing hat, so he ordered this one. Oh, it's kind of hard to see, but it's got like a missing link on the back on the side, and Umpqua on the or missing link here in Umpqua. So anyway, that'll get him going.
Look, you don't want to get the wrong toilet flapper because it won't work. It needs to be the right kind. Trust me, I know this from experience.
That's right.
There's nothing like having your hands in the tank of a toilet trying to get something to fit, and it just doesn't work.
Magpie, the Amazon guy just came to the door and completely messed up our little roll here. Katie cut my hair earlier, so we're late getting on. It's like Ozzy Osbourne. Yep, something. I am. Katie, she suggests I leave it down, so I've got it down. I've done this a few times, tying live with my hair down. It always gets a funny comment or 10, so keep them coming. But let's see if I can get this to not be so bad. So the hook that I'm using is this Mustad R43. It's a 3XL, 1X fine. I just wanted a long one. If this was a regular, standard wire, that would be completely fine, and probably even just a touch preferable. So all I've done is start the thread. I'm leaving a little extra room, not quite that much, at the front because the hackle is going to be pretty dense.
His hair is platinum done.
You're going to say you got a platinum grade brown done. Speaking of Magpie, here is some of their tailing deer. So I've got all sorts of deer, right? Let's switch over to the side and show it. I've got boxes of deer, but I do not have a good deer hide that is specifically made for tails and for wings. So I ordered this from Steve. Call it 90. All right.
Of course it is.
John. Well, it's
Of course
the
it is.
R43 94 831 size 12. You, yeah, got me. But I can understand, John. You guys in the comments, you're killing me. But anyway, so that this does not flare as much, so that makes it good for tails and for wings. So this is one we use for a wing. So we'll just cut some off. I'm not going to cut too much off, but we are going to comb it out. So cut more than you think you'll need until you start doing more. Now Katie's looking at me like, what can you find? And it's right here. So we get our comb this out. Wolf-tastic. So if you notice on the one that I had to go with here, the wing is like a chartreuse, mallard, or wood duck, probably mallard. And
It was meaty. I called it meaty. It looked meaty.
Which
the one that you got for a model.
Okay, yeah, it does look meaty. It did a great job of holding up the dropper.
Beefy. Yes. Thank you, Steve. Beefy.
That's what Katie calls me all the time. She's like, gosh, honey, you're
Nope.
looking beefy.
No.
All right. So we got our little bundle here. And we've got my little bundle of joy here. See her? Oh, yes, there she is. All right. So now, because this is 3XL, I don't want the wing to be quite as long as the entire hook, but we do want it to be kind of long. So I would say the hook shank plus the eye, so, and including the black tip. So see my finger. So we got hook shank, or we got to the end of the eye, and my finger here is to the bend. So hook shank plus the eye. Bring it up. 1, 2, 3. Pull tight. See how I pulled that tight, and I'm using 6/0 classic wax in olive. Sorry, 8/0. Sorry, pale olive. Let's do it again. I'm using Silverfly classic wax thread, 8/0, and pale olive. So I'm pulling this pretty hard, and it's not flaring a whole bunch. That's exactly what we want.
All on a 9 or 4/8 tree one.
That's right. So you see that little band we've got there? Probably got my light has got a magnet on it, and all my tools are sticking to it. So we'll get this here like that. Pop that off of there. Work on our taper. Do our best to cut our thread. There we go. All right. So now I'm just going to put a couple little wraps through the butts here. I'll bring it back up, doing firm wraps because I'm not worried about this spinning.
Is this Eastern or Western?
This will be an Eastern one.
Did you see how I tried to sort of like vaguely label them because I didn't know which one was which?
Yep. Now, if you notice when I'm pulled back here, I've got a little too much hook shank going there. So I'm going to just bring this around like this, pull it tight. That looks better. Now I'm going to put a little thread base on. I'm not going to try to prop it all the way up, but a bit. Go and get it started. All right. Get our thread base to the back. Now this is kind of where I was kind of winging it on this pattern. I'm not following a specific pattern. So someone might say that's just not correct. Look a little different, all sorts of different shades of these bugs. So I'm going to use, on the Western one, I use the Green Drake fine beaver dubbing. I couldn't find the correct color I was looking for, so I'm still using beaver dubbing, but this is the Nature Spirit and tan beaver dubbing, just because I couldn't find the shade that I was that I was looking for, which is something like this right here, and it's very creamy, very tanny. This just really splitting hairs, but the key thing right here on the dubbing is, unlike what I do just about every other time, this is going to be kind of a thicker dubbing noodle. We do want it consistent. We don't want to have like big lumps or bumps or anything in it. See, I've got one kind of good bump right there, so I'm going to even it out. But we do want a nice thick dubbing rope. We don't want it to be super thin, super long. We just want it to be thick, because the back over here by the bend, we don't want this to go down to absolutely nothing. Let's pull it off of there. Find where we'll put that right there. Where do you fly?
So Southern Colorado green drakes are very dunny. Truman says that the ones that he's got have light olive wings. So there's an Eastern Western
What?
comparison.
Cool.
Nisha, you need to calm down. You're out of control.
She is.
This is not a good place to play.
She waited until we went live before she started acting up. Truman knows nothing about dogs acting up. So you see, I'm just trying to get a nice, thick but even body. See how we're going right there? Pretty thick. Let's get some more. And it looks like on the one that I got, I was hoping you were flying. It looks like the one that I bought, it's just rabbit, but I really like beaver for dry applications. So we'll put a little layer here, bring it back. This. Now we'll end it here. So see our nice little, get rid of these guard hairs. Just one thing about the magpie ones, they do not have near as many guard hairs. But we've got our nice little fat carrot shape there. Now, where's Al? Raise your hand, Al.
Wait, other Joe says no tail on these.
We're going with this guy right here because Al Caton sent us some moose, and he properly labeled the moose.
Perfectly.
Very, very nice. So big thanks to Al. So I'm going to put the tail on right meow.
And David Smith said that muskrat is good as well.
It would be, I don't think I've got muskrat in this tan color. I imagine it would be very good, but.
What is a muskrat? Anyways.
It's like a
Yep.
Like a, I don't know, like a darn varmint. Smaller than a raccoon, bigger than I'm pulling out the white fibers here. Bigger than a dewitchy. Water at, there you go, right meow. I'm glad you caught that, Steve. Right, we're going to just right meow. All right, and plus having your hair like this makes it just completely just, that's right, Misha. Like what the HE double hockey sticks is going on in here. All right, so I'm just going to kind of finger stack these to start off with because it'll make it easier for me to put into the to my stacker. Trim it off just a pinch.
An overgrown rat that lives near the water. Lovely.
That's what I was like, oh, it's like a
musky rat.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty accurate.
Little beaver. So we'll trim that again. Because when they're long, I also have some very short moose that I used on some of them, but these bigger ones that just don't work quite as well. So now we'll switch hair stackers because that long hair is difficult to deal with in small hair stackers, but it's relatively a small stack. There we go. some of these NutriGuard here purchases. Oh wow! For which one? It'll change my mind on what
See, I thought Al sent muskrat.
he might. He did. He sent some muskrat on the thing. This
That's right,
is
but it wasn't the right color.
this is the moose that you sent. Now I'll pull up the muskrat in a minute. All right. So what I'm going to do? See where my thread is right here. I'm going to cord it up because I want it to bite down on this just a bit. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. Mm-hmm. Hey, Katie.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I was trying not to say anything because you got mad at me last time.
No, sorry.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to find my length that I want, which is going to be about it's long, so about the shank or so. I'm gonna stick it right there. I'm gonna loose wrap. Yeah, I'll do one more. See how it looks. It looks fine. Yeah, maybe a touch long. 1, 2, pull tight. 3. Okay, now I'm gonna hold hold the tail, hold whatever up high, down, tight, cross, tight, cross, tight. Now we'll do a couple wraps here. Now we'll do the same thing going back up. But we're crossing on top, not underneath. So there's our wing or tail. Sorry, the dog is being very distracting. That's my excuse anyway. Gates grilled that one. It's pretty good. Tastes like chicken. Oh, is that the muskrat?
Yes.
So you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I guess, it probably has more meat than a squirrel.
We see. Oh, who was that? That was on here on our show that was going to be on a loan. I can't remember. It was going to try out anyway. You got the call back. Okay, so we've got our little like almost compare done beginning of a compare done looking wing. We want to post these up just like normal. So just use your fingernail. I didn't mean to get one talking about muskrat. My apologies. There's no problem. Talk about it. We've got to eat what they can. Yeah. So I'm gonna use my fingernail and spread everything apart like that. So that's how I just want to look down on it. Then kind of grab it and just pull it apart. And just look at it, feel like by feel, how does it look? Nice and separated. So we'll put 1, 2, we'll go 3. Now we'll do the same thing. See how I've got that done? I'll do the same thing. I'll grab this side, pull it back. Good grief, that dog is going crazy. 2, 3. Now see how I just did basically 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. Just did an X wrap. Gotta go in for the destination. That's David was doing it. That good. I remember someone related to me. Okay, so now I'm going to post these up just like a parachute. 1, but not too high. And most of my deer hair, if I were to do this, it would spread out really big, and it would be just completely. It'd be really hard to use. But this is it's not. This is really good stuff. Do you still have some of this left, Steve, with Magpie? Now I'm just posting the other side here. He said not too far. And now I've got 2 little posts that'll be nice for the wings. Okay. All righty. So, Katie is showing. You want to talk about what you're showing? Ed?
Yeah, it's a muskrat. It's kind of cute. It does sort of actually look like a beaver, sort of.
Kind of got a rat-like tail.
Kind of.
All right, so now I'm going to take my hackle here, check the length of it. That looks okay. My wings might be a touch short because when I tied them in, if you remember, never mind. I went forward, so I shortened them a bit when I went forward. So if you want to, you can tie 2 of these in. You can tie them in opposite directions if you'd like, but I'm just going to do the one. Have you all ever tied two hackles in, but facing opposite directions?
Did you say, have you ever heard of that?
Have you ever done it?
Oh, I've heard of it.
Sorry, I'm just I'm thinking that I'm going to read. There's a song about muskrats. Everyone's on this. I write about Tennessee, so I'm not a fan of harvesting my meals. Bam. Okay, so we'll pull this forward. So what I mean by that is, like, right now we've got the shiny side facing forward. I'm gonna wrap it this way. If I wanted to, I could put another one going shiny side facing back. And I'd wrap the first one this way, and then the second one I'd wrap through it going the opposite way, and it would be just make it nice and dense. I want to get 3 to 4 wraps behind. Perfect. Pull everything back. Now we'll get quite a bit because remember how thick, let me use my pointer here. The hackle's very thick, or the part that I'm wrapping the hackle around behind the wings here is really thick. Okay. So one wrap has a whole bunch of barbs coming off. The shank here is basically just shank with the thread. One wrap doesn't have near as many. So because they are such different diameters, I'm going to be able to stack this up. And what, 4 wraps behind? I can probably do 6 wraps or 7 wraps in front, and it's going to look okay as long as I do them tight. That's 2. What I mean by tight is we're stacking right beside each other. That's 3, 4, 5, and we'll be done with that. Pull this back. Now, if you spread it out too much, it doesn't work. I'm going for a really dense hackle, and a lot of times that won't work, but it looks okay on this right here. Misha, just come on in again. Let me help you. Thank you, honey. I'm haven't cut it yet, which is not a good sign.
Can I help you? May I help you?
Jimmy lives a couple miles from Indian Valley here in Montgomery County. You should do this. You could do this tying technique, a brown drake also. The belly of the brown drake is yellow. Well, is that the one that Kelly Gallup did for his found link? Is that the brown drake? Because I was thinking about getting kind of really froggy tonight, and I haven't done one of those in so long, and maybe doing that type of a body. So there we go. So you see we got let's make our wings flop forward again because it doesn't look quite even. There we go. See how the the wings are basically in the middle. We got nice thick hackle. What's
I'm just laughing at your hair and your glasses. It's like John Lennon, like Sergeant Pepper's. I don't know. Sorry, I just got distracted.
That would be a great color combo for a crippled version. So Jimmy, crippled version would be red.
When I cut his hair earlier, it looked cool. Like I had it like kind of like.
Are you saying it doesn't look cool?
And stuff.
Well, I can't get it to go behind my ear right now.
Like
all right, so first one done. So done. Let's throw some glue, some Sally's on here, and then we'll just go. We'll do one really wild. I do really like the this deer, and I'm glad that I got this. So if you haven't noticed, if you haven't checked out this tailing deer, it wasn't too expensive either. Can't remember. I didn't see if. Um, what's up, Greg? I didn't see you on here. I'm just behind those comments. I think Greg's talking about Katie's. Just I don't know something with her.
Your Halloween costume, your John Lennon Halloween costume.
So I'm just using a piece of wire to clean out the eye, and that'll be good. All right, so I'm gonna grab something to tie this next one with. Let's see. I think I've got some stimulator deer hair that will be gold. That's not what I was wanting though.
Hey, what else can you use for tail?
For tail?
Yeah, if you got miss.
I don't know. Use lots of stuff.
Like?
I could use deer. I could use. Oh, this would be pretty. Some. I've got the Pickard dyed might be good. What are you oohing?
That one.
Oh yeah, just pulled out.
Yes, I love that one.
Oh, honey, I like the way you're talking, getting all excited. I might just use that because that's what I can find right now. Okay, we'll start with this one. Okay. Woodchuck Nutriguards. I want to try these the yes.
Chest hairs.
Chest hairs. Give me your address out, dear elk. Hey, Mr. Hankins. All right, so we're going to put, this time I'm going to switch it up. Because, which one do I have? Okay, we'll do the R50 94840 for John Collins. So this is size 12. It's a standard everything, size 12. Right here. Boom. R50. And I would have used the TMCO 100, but this one was sitting right here too. So no big deal. It's just a regular size 12 hook. Let's get that just right. Now we'll start our thread a little bit further forward than the last one because we don't have quite as much real estate. And this time I'm going to go crazy, absolutely crazy. And guys, you got to give me some bear hair work too for tail. I will out. Oh, I might have some bear. Get that new. Okay. So I want to go. That one looks. The fluorescent chartreuse. This is what I want to use for the wing. I don't know if I can get it without taking it out of the box. That one should be okay. I want these ones with the thick bars on them. Actually, you know what? It's not what I use, so I'll use that one. So I'm all for until I transition over to Mustang, grew up on them, and rediscover for fly tying, great hooks, and great price. Just chewing, definitely has some of that. Oh, let's. Gosh, son of a gun. Okay. Let me think. Truman said bear. This might be bear here, but no, it's going to be too crinkly.
You know what would look good with your new hairstyle?
What's going good with your hairstyle?
One of those like 1980s athletic like tennis headbands.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sure. Oh, yes.
Like
yes,
Bjorn Bjorg, kind of like.
I do. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that would look really
Here's
good.
the muskrat. Here you go, honey. Muskrat mask. This is from Allie. You can play with that.
Oh, thanks for giving me something to play with.
You're welcome.
Oh, look at it. It's like a little head.
I was trying to find a.
It's softer than I thought. Huh.
Yeah, this will work. It's a different kind of moose. It's a short moose because he did such a. This is a moose hawk.
This is Doubtfire.
Misha, get the heck off of there, dog.
The little muskrat mask is adorable.
Show it.
Look, Misha.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of prepping this.
Good girl. Go find it. Go find it. Go find it. Where is it? Find it.
This might work, might not. Went along. I'm going to kind of build this up because this is not a good feather. So I've got to put like a few different applications of mallard on here at one time. Either that or I could have used 2 or 3 different feathers. I'm fine too. There we go. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of working my way over. All right, that should be good. That was like the most weird way to do that. Okay. Trust me, when you're going live, it's really good to rehearse what you're going to do and try to figure it out before you do it. But hey, I'm not much on taking my own advice. We'll separate these just like we did a minute ago on the deer. And we'll post them up just a bit. Oh. And while I'm posting this, it's going to take me a second to, yeah, it's looking not great, but this one up a little more. Katie has a Costa, what's his name, honey? Costa de Pescor.
Jorge.
Jorge. Is Jorge on here?
I haven't seen him.
He did the worm from last week and just posted it like just a few minutes ago. All right, so now we got our 2 little things done and just posted it. So that was really cool. All right, so we're going to get just a handful of moose hawk fibers here. Comb this out still. Misha, please do not help yourself back there. You are a 75-pound dog, so you are not a cat. You will be seen. He needs some round glasses. Oh boy.
Young George.
Yeah. Here we go. All right, so we've got our whatever it's called. I can't even talk now. You got me so distracted. Moose. We got our moose right here. I'm gonna make it really long because we're going to do something a little different. Does it look? Yeah, it looks about right. And I don't know if I'm saying I haven't done this recently. I don't know if I've ever done this before. So this might be just a new thing live, just for the fun of it.
Why not?
Why not? All right. So there is our big tail, long tail. So now I'm going to pull out my picric dye. I was looking for olive, but I've got this picric dyed deer right here. I'm going to pull this out. Needs the white collar shirt with the shorts. As long as you don't post a Bruce Jenner and gig on a t-shirt. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna cut off a chunk here because this is gonna be the body. This is gonna float, make it float really well. And it's gonna look really cool. And that's about it. So it's going to work good and look good. Let's see how we're looking. But unlike the one that I think John was talking about, someone was talking about where it's two-toned, I'm just going to try to do one tone, like a monotoned little doodad. So we're going to cut this off. Let's say about there. Let's bring my thread up. To roughly there.
Can you imagine if you wore platform shoes? That's got to be so uncomfortable. Especially for, like, I can't imagine you with platform shoes on.
Yes, the amber sunglasses headband. Oh, honey. I would, whatever you say. All right, so I'm just trying to decide.
While you're deciding, let me share some pictures.
Oh, I got it. I've made my decision. It's cut. So you see, I was measuring it out. Put it right here. Put a couple wraps. 1, 2. I'm gonna push it down around. Pull it tight. Now bring it back up. Yep, something like that's what I was wanting. My tie-in point doesn't look very good, but we're going to flatten all that down. And my pretty little X's on the deer did not turn out very good. But for the first time, I'll say not too shabby. So now I'm just trying to get rid of all these butts that are sticking up. I've got a bunch on your side. And a really easy way to do this is to dub it as opposed to doing that. But there we go. So you can see the little, see how it looks. I do like the back here. That's kind of cool. When someone gave me a question, Jimmy Henderson. Okay. So now we're also going to change up a little bit. Oh, that is not good at all. It's never good to roll over your hackle with your chair. Misha, you're going to have to go somewhere else. This is not a play area, dog. I can't blame her though. My fault. All right. So I did want to do this, and I had the dark olive that I thought was too dark. So I want to switch over to I've got a pale yellow and a golden yellow. I'm going to do the golden yellow. I think that'll be better. Just got to find the right size. And this is always like, you guys just wait on me to start picking out hackle, because this is like the interesting time of the night when I start trying to size the hackle. That looks too big. Okay. That is. Well, cool. I'll just keep on. So Shelby, Katie, did you say you had, or did you show the picture or not?
No.
Okay, why don't you do that while I'm finding this hackle?
Let's see.
Well, Bless you. Bless you. Okay, so I think I actually have the right size.
Okay, so this is the worm from Costa Norte Pescador.
Right.
And it looks great.
Yeah, he did a good job on it. I mean, we literally just saw it. So
I love it. And there were a few that I hadn't had a chance to show yet. This was a stem tuca, trout lure shared, and Al's purple Panama. I don't think I ever got that one on there. And then Orion 999's Panama. And I think that's it.
well, I'm glad Jorge sent his from Costa Pescador, Costa Norte. Pescador sent his things. That's cool. All right, so found my hackle. We're going to tie it. I just tied it in, and I was just talking
good night,
about.
Josh.
I was just doing this. So watch this. See my hackle right there. We'll cut it, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to tie it. We'll switch over to the hook. I do not have a Joe Cocker T-shirt, and Magpie, I'm glad you're liking the grunge look. So this one is shiny side facing forward, the one I tied in first. This one will do shiny side facing rearward. So I can just show you this little technique. This is one that, what is his name? Oh gosh, really good ties. Matt Grobert taught me. So this one we'll do the back one first, I guess. So we'll bring it around. I'm not trying to get it like super tight because then we'll come back through it. My wings are way too long. I kind of figured that was going to be my big mistake on this pattern because I didn't pay attention to it. So you see I've got that kind of wrapped in this way. Now this is going the other way. So shiny side forward on this one. So we'll pull the wings forward. So we'll capture those. And the hackle will kind of fall right where it wants to. Kind of. And fill it in nicely and give you a good, thick, yeah, it's good. Good thick hackle. Plus, have you heard of that? Have you done that Catskill styles honey wraps? If you want to be specific and right, most people say 3 in the back and 2 in the front. But this is more, for me anyway, this is more of like a over hackled fly. So you can tell how thick that is. This brushed out, that'll look okay, but that's a thick fly. That's gonna hold up a dropper without any issue. So I'm gonna bring my thread back a little bit so I can do a little whip finish. If I can find my whip finish tool. It's $12. Maybe not quite that much, but the hardest part about doing two hackles is finding two that are the same size. And when you just cut the hackle in half, you don't have to worry about having them the same size. Here we go. Got a couple little things in there that I don't like, but somewhat you get the idea. that one there. I'm sure, like most of us, I could do this all day long. Float a wet sock. I don't know, wet sock, but yeah, that's totally different than what we posted today. But that is a definitely a green drake variation. Got that would be Western, not Eastern. I'm pretty sure that most of the Eastern versions, the fellow Virginia Crew Fly Shop is from Pennsylvania, and he was telling me about the hatches they've got up there. They sound pretty epic. Um, let's see if I can get this on. I'm about to get a new bottle of Sally's. This one's finally getting a little too thick for my liking. Because that looks pretty yucky right now, but it'll dry and we'll be okay. All right, so Katie, that is roughly what I had planned. Um, like I said when we first started, guys, if you haven't already, click the notifications button. So here we go. Click the notifications button. So when we go live, you'll get a text or email or something saying we're going live. Because we will not be here for the next 3 weeks, I believe, because we'll be in Alaska fishing. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to go live. We will be going live on occasion, especially if you send us a question or something, and I can just show you what we're doing. I'll go live on YouTube. And oh gosh, I'm sorry. Where's the Vols shirt? I can't see who said that. Over on Instagram. And Instagram, if you're watching, come over and join us on YouTube because you'll be able to see a lot better. Sorry I missed you guys earlier. But if you hit the notification button, you'll see when we're going live. If we go live enough, we'll probably from time to time go live with everyone, as well as going live for members only. So those of y'all that have joined up to support, like Al's saying right now, support the show, that is very much appreciated. And we try to go live and get cut up a little bit more with you guys. So like, subscribe. We very much appreciate it. If you can be join up to be a member to support us and see us going live. Hit the notification button so you'll see when we're live up in Alaska because that's going to be fun. We cannot wait. I'm going to be kicked back and enjoying a nice cold glass of sweet tea. The girls just got back from Canada, and the number two thing they learned is they don't have sweet tea up north. So, with that note, I will turn it over to Katie. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We will see you next. We'll see you when we see you.
Thanks for guys. Watching, everybody. Bye. Bye. Have a good night.